this video we're going to go over how you can deliver the contents of the legendary vending machine unlocking All Things Vend in Borderlands 4. Now the All Things Vend trophy will be part of the Vend of the Line side mission, and it is a very missable trophy, so make sure that you either watch this video, check out the guide down below the like button. Either way, make sure that you know what you're doing before you go in and try this one. Once you're ready, you want to go over and have a chat with Penelope Streams, talk to the Vault Gatherer, and then have a little look behind the vending machine, as you're going to need to find out how many items you're going to need to sell. Now in total, you're going to need to have in your inventory 9 green, 5 blue, 4 purple and a legendary, all of which you're going to need to sell and in some cases buy back in certain orders as you make your way through this side mission. So as you can see on screen here, we've already started having a chat with Penelope. We've got the Vault Gatherer who we're going to have a natter with in a minute. Then once you look behind the vending machine, you're going to see that you need to sell 2 green and 2 blue items. You're going to need to sell them in the order that they appear on the back of all 5 vending machines as you make your way through the quest. And then at the final one, you need to make sure that you don't buy a legendary. You need to sell 3 green items and then buy a legendary, otherwise you're not going to be able to unlock All Things Vend, but obviously we're going to get to that in a little while.
You, extremely well-armed onlooker, what do you think of this legendary vending machine?
It sounds stupid, but I do like stuff. Plus, I can't let these store-brand gatherer clowns win, right?
Exactly the kind of raw take I was looking for. Stay tuned for up-to-the-minute coverage. Who will solve the mystery first? Who will unearth the...
By obeying the arcane markings on the machine, I've already cracked the first piece of the puzzle. It requires a sacrifice. The color is the key. I have to tell the others, we need to find more of them!
So as you can see on the back here, there's 2 green with kind of red circles and a line going through them. That will signify that you need to sell the items. So go back round to the front of the vending machine, sell your 2 green and your 2 blue items. You're then going to be able to move on to the next part of this side mission.
And we're off! Forgotten what John... Woo! Quite the clever consumer! You ready to go all the way? The first piece of the code is 33. Find 3 more for a great reward.
Right, now that we're done with the first vending machine, there are going to be 3 other vending machines that we need to go to before we're going to be getting to the final ones. So, first of all, the next one can be found in the ruined Sumplands. You want to get yourself over there. Once you're there, you're going to be able to interact with the vending machine, but it's going to be out of power. So you're going to need to get yourself up on the roof, just simply mantle up, and then go over to the right side, pull the lever. That's then going to give you power to the vending machine.
looky there. Another weird vending machine. Can barely hear myself think around here, though. Ugh, that helps my eardrums at least.
Now that the vending machine's got some power going to it, you then need to go behind the vending machine, have a little look through that cutter. You will probably need to jump a couple of times to get the code, which is going to give you one green, one purple, one blue, and another green, all of which you need to sell in that order. However, like I mentioned earlier on, the red circles will indicate that you need to basically sell the item. Where these ones didn't have red circles, you're going to need to buy the item, but this vending machine's completely out of stock. So make sure that you sell the items in the correct order: green, purple, blue, green, and then tab right to the buyback tab and buy them back in the same order that you sold them: green, purple, blue, and green. That will then fulfill the requirements and the vending machine will start glitching.
A lesson dearly taught and dearly learned. You can only get what you give in life, in love, and in weaponry. The third piece of the code is 96.
A shocking discovery on the hunt for the legendary vending machine. It's still happening. Penelope Streams on the scene.
Right, for the third vending machine, obviously the second one out of the main three that you're going to need to go to, when you get there, it would have already fallen over and crushed someone. There are going to be arrows on the back of the vending machine. Now, you need to take these arrows, not in the direction which you would ordinarily go off in. You need to go above the vending machine, because obviously when the vending machine was standing up, the arrows would have been pointing up. You then need to mantle up onto the rice bags, have a little look through the window, and that will give you the next code. Now, you won't need to sell any item for this one. Simply shouting the code down, which will all be taken care of as part of the main dialogue, will be enough of a requirement. Once the dialogue's all finished, you're then going to be done with this vending machine. There's nothing to buy or sell.
Based news story. Who will solve the clue first? The violent rando? The weird, sad cult? Hopefully, someone more mediagenic and interesting.
Oh, look! Another arrow. Exciting. Wonder if there'll be a third and final one. Yikes, how have these mooks not gotten this yet? I mean, it's purple, purple, orange, orange. Hey you, human pancake. Can you reach the buttons? I need you to punch in this code.
No problem. It's actually pretty cozy down here. I can reach purple. Purple. Oh, yeah, orange. Orange. Smart yourself in. The fourth part of the clue is 8W. Now give your boy a hug. I'll get that treasure, boss. I'll get it for you.
And the race, it seems, is on. Is this a real story? Am I doing actual news right now?
can buff that out. Hey.
Now that we're at the fourth vending machine, you want to have a chat with the customer. You're then going to need to hit the vending machine with a simple melee attack and then shoot the vending machine, which will electrocute the customer, who simply won't get out of the way. However, don't worry, there's no consequences. It's Borderlands after all. People die all the time. It's just one of them things. With the customer dead, you then need to go behind the vending machine and have a look at the next code, which will be 1 green, 1 purple, 1 blue, and 1 purple, all of which you need to sell. If for whatever reason the electric blast doesn't destroy the bit of wood behind the vending machine, just simply either hit it or shoot it. That will then reveal the code.
I mean, I did ask you to move. Alright, let's see this graffiti.
Tips welcome. Money, just leave the money on the dresser. I am always this pretty, yes? Drive a hard bargain. Oh, Levaine's gonna love this. Getting warmer now. Ah, and I do love these. The second piece of the code is the loneliest number. 1.
But what's that? People who are actually paying attention inform me that this was the final clue. Yes, you heard it here first. The full code in the search for the legendary vending machine has been uncovered, and it is 33-1, 96-8-W. It's the story of the... well, the hour, I suppose.
331968W. Those have to be coordinates, right? Okay, I'm invested now.
So for the fourth vending machine, I strongly recommend that you fast travel back to Carcadia, simply run through the main base and then do a big jump off the edge of the ravine. Use your kind of transport to get over, just in case you haven't already cleared the main vaults. If you have done, you're going to have more than enough glide power to get over. You're then going to need to go up and follow the marker to the rippers, take them all out, and then go behind the vending machine and look down past the car engine to see the next order you need to sell the items in, which will be 1 green, 1 blue, 1 purple, and then a legendary. Now, the legendary that you sell won't really matter which one it is, just sell any old crap that you've got. For me, personally, I'll probably recommend using a class mod for another character that you haven't been using, or just simply a low-level gun. Either way, you got to lose a legendary, it's just one of them things. And you're going to know that you've done the right thing, as the vending machine will glitch out, just like the other ones have done as you've been progressing through this side mission.
Here are the coordinates. Should have a look around for anything vending-y.
You're charmed, I'm sure. Wait, why am I buying your shite? Yeah, okay then, I don't mind. Well, slap me yours and call me Ratchmate. You made it to the final challenge. Follow the wire for your legendary prize, but be warned.
Right, now that this vending machine is glitching, you then need to follow the power cable, which will be behind it, down to where some more vault gatherers are trying to breach through the door. You need to open the door and then go through the cavern, drop down to the lower area, and then interact with the light emitting vending machine. That will then turn into a kind of, it's a bit of a boss. It's not really a main boss, but it's called Vend Zane, and it's fairly powerful, so make sure that you put it down. Now, it's very important after you've done these steps that you stop following the instructions on screen, as the side mission will conclude, but you won't be able to unlock All Things Vend. Now, bear with me, I'll get into it. As soon as we put Vend Zane down, I'll show you exactly what you need to do.
Roller coaster? Will this answer all our questions, or merely beget more? Do I have to keep doing this, or can my agent get me out of my contract? Stay tuned.
That's definitely a vending machine. Doesn't look that legendary.
As it was foretold, praise be to the vending machine. Unstuck be its contents, accurate be its change.
Welcome to the legendary vending machine. Select your price. Got a big sale going on Danger.
This is supposed to be happening. This is supposed to be happening.
Legendary or not, this vending machine knows how to make an entrance.
For those just tuning in, we're coming to you live with a battle of the secret keys between the ridiculous cult, the talking vending machine, and a gun-wielding sociopath. The poorly named Vault Gatherer cult seems to be as good at combat as they are at puzzles. Which is to say bad.
So now Venzane's been defeated, you're going to get an on-screen prompt in a minute to buy a legendary. If, however, you look down to your right, you're going to be able to see another code symbol laid out on the floor where the vending machine was, which will require you to sell 3 green items and then buy a legendary. If you don't sell 3 green items and you just purchase a legendary, the side mission will finish and you won't be able to unlock All Things Vend. So make sure that you sell those 3 green and then buy your legendary, which will then cause Venzane to drop a photo of Zane and Levaine.
Someone, a while back, years back actually, you really did the whole loony thing. Ha! Guess you weren't the winnings then. Don't know anything about a cult though.
So you didn't start rumors of a sacred legendary vending machine that drove a bunch of wannabes to start a cult called the Vault Gatherers?
Huh, can't speak to that. What I can do for all your hard work is get you one more go at that legendary machine. But once you buy something, it'll shut down again for keeps. And hey, if you could look out for... never mind. Happy hunting! Come to take a look at me goods? kid. If you've got any more like this, you know where to find me.
A picture? That's kind of sweet. Bet Zane would appreciate getting this back.
Right, there's the photo of Zane and Levaine. Now, you need to fast travel back over to Moxie's Bottoms Up bar, go over to Zane, who will be standing just next to the bar, have a chat with him, give him the photo, and then Penelope Streams will come over the communications to basically congratulate you on completing the side quest and figuring out all the vending machine stuff. That will then complete the Vend of the Line side mission, as well as unlock the All Things Vend trophy. So that's a look at how to unlock All Things Vend in Borderlands 4. If you're a fan of these quick, straight to the point guides, subscribe for more, check out FuzionByte.com, and we'll see you on the next one.
At least it's... I think this item from a certain mythical vending machine is yours.
What's this? Oh, you didn't have to. I set the whole thing up for her, didn't I? Levaine. It was meant for her to find. Well, doesn't matter. Look, nice to have it back, I suppose. But honestly, guns of that caliber for the taking, and you're grabbed this, you dafty Egypt. What kind of vault underlings look like that on a table? I appreciate it. I'm gonna find a spot for this. Thanks.
Penelope Streams on the scene with the terrifyingly violent citizen who solved the legendary vending machine mystery. What many are calling the most important news story of our time. Tell us, what boon did the machine grant you? And what were its thoughts on my exemplary coverage?
I don't do free interviews. Or paid ones, honestly.
And there you have it. A mystery solved. And let's just say it. A planet brought to tears of pure joy. Signing off and using this story as leverage to get a better time slot, this is future multi-award winner, Penelope